NATO's exercise Trident Juncture is based on a fictitious scenario, a conflict in so-called East Syria, in which one nation invades a smaller neighbour. The resulting crisis has ethnic and religious dimensions with global implications for maritime navigation, energy security and cybercrime. Sound familiar at all? That's because it is. Can you assess for me the size of the threat that Russia poses now to the alliance, to alliance members, a threat that goes presumably now way beyond Ukraine?
We don't see any imminent threat against any NATO ally, but what we see is a more assertive Russia, and a Russia which has been willing to use force in Ukraine and which has invested heavily in defense over a long period. And therefore NATO has to respond, to adapt, and that's what we're doing when we are increasing the readiness, preparing our forces and doing exercises like this.
It's NATO's biggest show of collective force in over a decade, and as these manoeuvres take place on the northern Spanish plains of Zaragoza, Russia is expanding its presence in the Middle East, in the skies above Syria, on the ground, and with its warships and submarines in the eastern Mediterranean and Black Sea. This is NATO's answer.
The combination of Russia going into Syria, as well as ISIS being in Syria, that's what's generated, I think, such a significant spike in the refugees coming out of there. That's a significant threat as well. So our alliance, which is built on collective defense, has a serious threat from the east, which is Russia. It has a serious threat from the south, which is a combination, I think, of a refugee problem that's going to be around for a long time, and Islamic extremism.
36,000 troops, 140 aircraft from 30 countries, and with a maritime component of 60 ships. NATO insists this imaginary battlefield is African. It seems more likely to be a thinly veiled vision of some kind of war involving Russia. Jonah, Al Jazeera, Zaragoza, Spain.